JayZ is a billionaire, a hip-hop legend, and one of the most influential businessmen in music history. His ventures span from champagne brands to sports management. But one of his most ambitious moves was the 2015 acquisition of Tidal, a streaming platform marketed as an artist-owned alternative to Spotify and Apple Music. It promised better pay for musicians, exclusive releases, and a new era of fairness in music distribution. On the surface, it was revolutionary, but over the years, whispers have grown louder. Whispers that say Tidal might be more than just a streaming service, whispers that suggest something far more controversial: the idea that Tidal could have been used, intentionally or not, as a vehicle for money laundering. Now, before we go any further, let's be clear, JayZ has never been convicted or legally charged with money laundering connected to Tidal. What we're diving into here is a mix of public reports, data irregularities, and fan-driven theories that have created a conspiracy-style narrative around the platform. And like most conspiracy theories, it's a web of facts, speculation, and unanswered questions. Still, the more you look, the more the pieces start to form a picture that's hard to ignore. One of the earliest sparks for suspicion came in 2018, when a Norwegian newspaper, Dagens Næringsliv, published an explosive investigation claiming that Tidal had manipulated streaming numbers for Beyoncé's Lemonade and Kanye West's The Life of Pablo. According to their report, internal Tidal data suggested those albums had millions more plays than could realistically be accounted for by the subscriber base at the time. Some analysts argued that inflating numbers could mean inflating royalty payouts, which in theory could be used to funnel money through artist accounts without raising red flags. Then there were the subscriber figures. At launch, Tidal claimed over 1 million paying subscribers. Yet industry analytics firms reported numbers closer to half that, and in some quarters, far less. Every time a major exclusive dropped, Tidal's reported subscriptions would surge, but third-party tracking rarely matched those claims. In the corporate world, misreporting subscriber counts can be simple hype, but in money laundering theory circles, it's seen as a way to justify large flows of cash in and out of a company's accounts. Behind the scenes, the company had strange executive turnover. In just a few years, Tidal cycled through multiple CEOs, CFOs, and senior managers, many leaving abruptly. High executive churn can happen in startups, but conspiracy-minded fans saw it as potential evidence of internal conflict, or people walking away from something they didn't want their names attached to. In one notable shakeup, a key data manager left after reports surfaced of internal inconsistencies in streaming logs. Another curious detail: artist payouts. Tidal was marketed as paying more per stream than competitors, and while that's technically true, the variance in what certain artists received seemed irregular. Independent artists reported delays in payment, sudden adjustments to their totals, and even payouts that were far higher than expected. If you believe the laundering theory, overpaying certain accounts and underpaying others could be a way to disguise financial transfers as legitimate royalty payments. Industry insiders have also pointed to the strange structure of Tidal's ownership. Initially, JayZ brought on a roster of superstar co-owners: Madonna, Rihanna, Alicia Keys, Kanye West, and more. While the co-owner model was pitched as artists reclaiming the music, skeptics argue that having multiple high-profile stakeholders could also serve to spread liability and complicate financial transparency. In some corporate setups, more owners mean more potential shell companies, which in theory could make tracking transactions more difficult. Adding fuel to the fire, the Norwegian investigation allegedly accessed a Tidal hard drive that contained detailed play logs. According to them, many streams of Lemonade and The Life of Pablo appeared to be repeated plays from the same accounts, sometimes thousands of times in a single day across multiple devices. To the laundering theory crowd, that's more than fraud. It's a system that could, hypothetically, justify moving millions in royalty payouts in a way that looks legitimate on paper. Of course, there's another side to all this. Some analysts argue that the allegations are just anti-Tidal propaganda, fueled by competitors who didn't like seeing a Black-owned company disrupt the industry. They point out that streaming data can be messy, subscriber counts can fluctuate wildly during promotions, and early-stage companies often deal with chaotic leadership changes. Even JayZ himself has hinted that the scrutiny around Tidal was racially motivated, that his platform faced attacks other companies didn't. Still, the money laundering theory hasn't gone away. In fact, it's grown as fans connect dots between Tidal and JayZ's other business ventures. For example, critics note his involvement in high-value industries like art dealing and luxury alcohol, both sectors historically linked to money laundering cases worldwide. It's important to stress, having ties to these industries doesn't prove wrongdoing. But for conspiracy theorists, it adds texture to the narrative. Then there's the 2021 deal where Jack Dorsey's Square, Inc., now Block Inc., bought a majority stake in Tidal for $297 million. For some, this legitimized Tidal as a serious player. For others, it was seen as a convenient exit from a company under constant scrutiny. The timing, coming after years of bad press, made skeptics wonder if the sale was a strategic way to wash away controversy while securing a massive payout. The most die-hard believers in the laundering theory go even further, suggesting that inflated streaming numbers might have been just one part of a broader system. In this view, Tidal could serve as a clean channel to route funds internationally through royalty payments, licensing deals, and promotional budgets, all hidden within the legitimate infrastructure of the music industry. It's a bold claim, and one with no hard proof, but it's a story that spreads easily online because it fits into a larger distrust of the music business as a whole. In the end, the truth about Tidal may be far less dramatic than the theories suggest, or far more. The numbers, the inconsistencies, the executive shakeups, they could all be explained by the growing pains of an ambitious but flawed business. Or, as some fans believe, they could be the faint outlines of a much deeper story. For now, we have questions, speculation, and a trail of headlines, but no definitive answers. One thing is certain, JayZ remains an enigma. Whether Tidal's controversies are the result of strategic business moves, startup chaos, or something more suspicious, the mystery surrounding the platform has only cemented his image as a figure who plays the game on levels most people can't even see.